All right. All right, y'all. We are back with Every Fancy Thing, artist interviews, and more. And today I have the pleasure to go ahead and get an interview here with Noski World. How are you doing?
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Okay, so let's see. Before we get into talking about the music, which is what we're all about here on the Every Fancy Thing artist interviews and more, we are going to go ahead and find out a little bit about you. So tell me about your background. I know you're from Chicago.
Yeah, for sure. I'm born and raised out there. I lived all over Illinois, pretty much, from the city, the suburbs, boroughs, anywhere you can think of. I done been. Then I wound up transitioning and just coming up to Houston, and then from there, I got the exotic pop ambassador position in Chicago. I had the luxury of being the only one, so that kind of like gave me some leverage with the music, So I started using it as a platform, like I'm gonna promote that and me, and I did that. So then I just, I grew a fan base. I got a couple features, and I saw opportunities here, so I came here, and the opportunity was pretty decent. It's good. It's a good move.
So how would you? So how long have you been in Houston though?
It's been almost a year. It's been a year now. It's a
Been a
year
year.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how you like Houston compared to Chicago?
I fuck with it tough. It's heavy.
A lot of people love a lot of people love the South, but I mean there is a very clear difference between music in the
everything's
North and the South.
everything's so fast. Where I'm from, like the city
Yes.
fast. The city,
Yes.
suburb, anywhere you go, it's fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. We don't got no real supportive culture on music or nothing like that either. We got one type of music out there, it's drill music. So you know,
Yeah. And in Houston, it's multicultural. You have a lot going on, and so you can actually do a lot in Houston with music. I know for me, I lived in Chicago for 1 year.
wow, hold on
And
my phone.
I wasn't, I mean, I like the city, I like the architecture and everything because I'm like big on that, and but the music wasn't my thing. And I
Yeah.
asked you that because you do have a different sound. I didn't pick up Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I like. Hey, look, I know it's crazy. I had
yeah,
a couple people had hit me. This is like recently. And they're like, you're not from Chicago. I'm like, bro, I'm from there. I'm born and raised. I done lived all over the city, all over the suburbs. I done lived everywhere. I done lived in the outer suburbs. Like, it just depends on where, what I'm saying, where I was at in my life at that time. But a
yeah,
lot of people started telling me, like, you sound like you from Atlanta or you sound like you from California. Oh, like, now I get California a lot. I
yeah.
don't know
That's what
why,
I
but I
told
get
you
that
the
a
other day.
lot.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah.
Not certain if it was just if it was just a track, but also when you laid it down, you did have that sound. You did have West Coast sound. We did say
That's what I
that.
went for.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
went
that's
for
what you
that.
were
That
going
was
for
that
on
was
it.
some.
Yeah.
I tried to implement that because of the beat. The beat gave me a real like it gave me a Cali vibe. I love California, so I just named Cali Love. That's pretty
Yeah.
much how felt.
So you said kind of all over, and Exotic Pop does provide a platform for that. It does, and then like you say, being the only
Uh huh.
ambassador for Chicago, I know Exotic Pop is huge in Houston. We have a lot of ambassadors out there. We have some more famous ambassadors. Lil Flip is one of our
Mhm.
famous
For sure.
ambassadors out
I met a lot of celebrities through Exotic Pop. Like I'm
there. Of
talking about
course,
like
because
I
that's the
still
thing.
kick it
Like,
with them to this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Flip is a close friend of mine. Really dope friend, and
Oh,
really
that's
dope.
nice. That's dope.
Yeah, really
I
dope
want to do a
artist.
track with him. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be
you
dope.
should. He's constantly working too. That's the thing. Like, like all of the artists that come before you. That's another question I'm gonna dive into that with you in a little bit. But let's go ahead and so
Okay.
about how old were you when you decided that, or you felt like you had an affinity for rap?
Uh, I was like, I was like 8 or 7 or something like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, anybody that know me will tell you, like, even rapping since I used to record memos on my phone and send them to my friends. And I had a karaoke machine. I used to record on my sister's karaoke machine. I used to get tapes and just record like stuff on the radio. I was real big on music. Like, I record stuff on the radio so I could have it for later. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, and at that time, I ain't know what I was doing. I just wanted to hear these songs a lot, and there was certain songs that I'll play like 1,000 times. And to this day, I only play certain music. Like I only listen. Really, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't listen to nobody but me, ESTG, and probably like two other. I'm real picky, so I listen to certain songs. It's not even the artist. I just listen to the song because I like the songs. But I like listening to myself because I like finding I can hear my errors, I can hear my flaws. So I keep listening to myself, and that's how I keep leveling up. From every mixtape, you hear a difference in my flow, you hear a difference in how I'm rapping, what I'm talking about, my delivery. Like I'm trying to keep everything on a developmental basis, so people actually want to see me and care to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like man, every time I see this cat, he got something going on. He moving, he doing his thing. So that's really
You're an
like
artist, you really don't understand that because most of the artists that I work with or that have been really successful artists, they really only listen to their own music as well. They don't want to be influenced
yeah.
by anybody else's style. Mostly
Hmm.
the consensus that I got. They don't want to be influenced by anyone else's style, and you can be easily influenced by someone else's style if you're not careful because you know that, especially if you
Yeah.
feel that or whatever. But what I was going to ask you was, okay, so when you started rapping, when you were like you say 7 or 8 years old and whatnot, who were you rapping over? Whose beat were you rapping over, or what song was it?
All right. So I used to run back that David Banner that looks like a pimp. That
Oh
was the
yeah.
one song when I
Hmm.
was in sixth grade. I was in sixth grade when that song came out, and I used to have to stay up late to try to see the video because it used to come on like late BET or some shit like that. So I had to
Yes.
wait up. You know what I'm saying? But that was one song I was like, when I get older, I'm gonna do that beat. And then it was I had a real big like I used to like Missy Elliott videos and her music. Like her videos was like insane. So I grasped to more like Timberland and I used to like Nappy Roots and Field Mob, Ludacris Mob. Like if you listen to my some of my songs, you'll see where I'm coming from. Like Ludacris, I want that type of I want that type of like genre of music. He got a nice catalog, and it's not none of it's the same. He real versatile, so that's somebody that I actually like. Really, I really try to implicate. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do some of his beats, but that's somebody that I really like. I tell a lot of people that, and then because my voice too, my voice is deep, raspy. He had a deep voice, so he had a certain way that he had to, you know what I'm saying, lay his stuff out for people to rock with it. If you understand what I'm saying, so
I
that's
get
somebody
it.
that
I
I
understand
actually.
exactly what you're saying. Everybody is unique, and he is definitely unique. Actually, it was I did a snippet of whenever he I did an Outcast segment on my radio show yet for yesterday, and I did where we just did a whole
Hmm.
dedication to Outkast, for 1990. I've been doing the annual, so
Oh, that's
I was doing
live.
1998, and Outkast was running it. And a lot of people don't know, like when Outkast came, like again, Southern hip hop is not was not then, in the early 90s what it is today.
Yeah,
The South dominated hip hop or
for
rap
sure.
music. They've dominated for a very long time, and with the sounds of this, this one and that one, he started here and this one took over. And there's respect to every region as far as rap and hip hop is concerned, period, in my opinion. But they were dominating. The South was
Hmm.
dominating, and they, when they first started, it was the '95 Source Awards that I actually took that snippet from when he got on the stage and he was like, "The South got something to say. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all not listening, but we got something to say." And the way that I, explained it was, Outcast on Speaker Box and Love Below is such a
Hmm.
very versatile project.
Oh,
They
hey,
have
that's
11 platinum certifications on that album alone.
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So
Like,
you have creative genius there, and it's okay to be different, and it's okay to do, and you want to be
hmm.
different.
Hmm.
You want to be
That's
different.
all. I try to tell my managers. Like, I tell my manager all the time we talk, and I tell her like, don't you know what I'm saying? Like, just because somebody cool right now, don't mean that. Okay, we got certain types of rappers. You got certain type of rappers, singers. You got certain type of people that just want to be lyricists. So everybody do their own thing. But the creative ones, we always get shadowed out for a little while. But I felt like this with a lot of creative people. I told my people I want to be on the J. Cole basis with like even my image because I want to be able to be me. This rap is just music. This music I do because it's fun. I'm not doing it because like people don't know how to differentiate from being a rapper and then regular life. Like you still got to be a everyday person before you gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I just
I
want to.
just
I don't
literally
care
had
about
that
my
conversation 30 minutes ago.
yeah. I don't care about
Separate
like
the
the
artist
image
from the man.
aspect. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to be like, I want people to see me and be like, that nigga music cold. I don't want people to be like, I wonder what he gonna have on today. Ooh, what chain he gonna have on today? That's not what it's about.
Yes.
I want people to be like, man, you just dropped that on that platform. I just streamed it. I want people to talk to me about my music. That's why I want you. That's the only reason why you know me. You know what I'm saying? So the mutual thing that we have in common is my music. Let's keep that going. I want to keep that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's just I want to be different. Like I told my I want to do like the '90s type of videos. I do all my songs like the 2000s, the '90s. I do the hook, then I do the verse, and then I do the hook. You know what I'm saying? I do hook verse hook feature or feature on the hook verse me. Like I study a lot of music. Like I grew up listening to Raekwon and Method Man. My uncle started me rapping. They used to have me
Hmm.
freestyle. They used to hold up like water bottles and stuff and tell me like just rap about this, and it was fun because they was drinking at the time. But my auntie used to be like, "No, he actually good. He actually good. He actually good." So it went a little longer, and then every like my uncle never stopped me. I never stopped, and I just started like really wanting to do it. I his songs and be like, "Oh my god, he snapped." You know, and like to this day, some songs give me chills. I still love music. Like
Of course.
music's one thing that like I could just channel out like for real. I could just channel out, be myself. Like I don't gotta worry about when I make my music. I don't care about what nobody gonna think about when the song drop. Cause really, I'm making songs just for people to listen to. I'm putting my time, my effort, and my creativity out there for y'all to criticize it. You know what I'm saying? So I really got a job, which is to try to make y'all understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to do with my music and my image and my, what I'm saying, perspective on everything. So I be trying to really talk about a lot of things that people can relate to. Like I got a lot of relatable songs. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep the women uplifted. I don't never really talk too bad about females when you listen to my songs. And I think Cali Love is like the most. I'm kind of talking about a female in a different way where it's not even like me dogging her. I'm telling you, like, man, she got everything she need. I'm just trying to tell her, like, let me have that with her because I got
Right.
everything I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right.
not like I'm pretty much telling you, like, she got it. Like, she don't need me.
Right.
She don't
That's
need me. Like,
yeah. So,
and girls
right.
like to
And
hear
there's
that.
some
It's
women that can
like
identify with that.
independency.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's a lot of women that can identify with that because that
Yeah.
was the push for a long time now. It's been the push, to make sure it's not about what you have or what I have. I mean, it's not about what we could like, not like what you can get from me or what I can get from you. It's about you what you can hold on your own, and that's been the push
Hmm.
with it for a long time. That's the most attractive thing, to me is being able
Yeah.
to create something together. But you got to have a basis, and you have to have a basis in order to combine an effort per se, that kind of thing.
She got what Neo said she got her own, you know, like that.
Sorry about that. We have a puppy in the room barking.
Like
Okay, yeah, exactly.
you good.
Yeah. So that what I was going to ask you though, however, so like with that being said, and so is that what would you might say keeps you grounded is remembering, the roots of where it all began?
Because I remember at the end of the day, it's just music. So I try to like keep it creative. Because I noticed like even when I was growing up, like Outkast was so different that people could do whatever they want, say whatever they want, but they was gonna let you know they Outkast. You know,
Exactly.
like
So would you say like, okay, so who is your favorite artist non-rap? Who's your favorite artist, or what is your favorite genre of music non-rap?
uh, I actually soul, like soul music. That's like I listen to like violin versions of like hip hop songs and stuff like that. Like I want to start going to like symphonies and like go see an orchestra. Like, like
Nice.
I really like music. I'm a creep. Like, I want to do my shows. I was trying to tell my team, like, I got everything mapped out, like my shows. I want to be able to like serenade my crowd, which I don't sing, but my vibe's so cool that I could just sit on a stool, smoke me a fucking wood, and have somebody play the guitar and I rap my shit and just You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. Like I want to create atmosphere. I had somebody tell me yesterday my music creates good vibes. Like the room that they was in, it was like everybody in the room liked it. I got people reaching out to me from like Tennessee, Atlanta, like Cali. They reached out to me like, man, the people that produced the riff that the guy that produced the beat for me bought the kit from them. They found me. They found the song and they threw that on the playlist and everything. And it was like, dude, like you transformed the whole song. Like I didn't even hear. I wouldn't have thought that would have been a rap song. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's loud.
Yeah. I think one of the dopest things is to be able to express yourself through all. And I'll tell you, I remember I went to a show one time and it was Life Jennings. I'm not sure, he's R&B artist, of course. Life. Not sure if you know who Life is. Life Jennings. Anyway, he's been
Yeah,
around
yeah, for
for a
sure.
long time. Right, life is like a very. He's got a very soulful sound to him, but he also likes to try to do a little bit of rap, little freestyle, little rap in
Mm-hmm.
his music too. Life is really dope. But I remember whenever this is when he first got out of prison, and he actually was on. He was out with Music Soul Child on a tour, and he was in
Mm-hmm.
Houston, and they came to a venue at a club. It was a huge nightclub. Like they had four clubs in one, and I went.
Damn.
It was an early show, and I went, but the power went out. They had a power outage. That's Houston is notorious for rain and power
Yeah, I
failures and
know. I know.
flooding or whatever.
Oh my god.
Beautiful venue, beautiful club, but the power went completely out. And but he said, you know what? After about an hour, we are waiting for them to generate the power back. And he said, for a better lack of a better word, fuck this. He sat on the edge of the stage, pulled out his
Yes, sir.
guitar, started singing,
Yes.
and he immediately he because I had not heard, I had only heard "Must Be Nice," right? That's the only song I had heard. Immediately he gained a fan. Like I was over there buying all. I was like, give me 10 copies of the CD because I'm gonna give it to people. And
For
it's
real.
that type of that type of connection that you have with your audience. You can do that with one person in that crowd, and that one person can go and be like, that's your whole marketing team. I mean, have you heard this? Have you
I
heard
try
him?
to tell people. I try
Yeah.
to tell. I got one girl right now. She just found me. She heard Cali Love. She said I played it over 100 times already. So she's in college. She's in college in Tennessee. So since then, she's been like, I've been getting random streams, random followers. So I'm like, oh, this crazy. I got a DJ that reached out to me from another college in Illinois, and he's like, man, I'm a DJ. Like, I've been pushing your music out here. He was like, bro, everywhere I go, I play it at frat parties. He was like, they love it, bro. He was like, instantly, everybody asks me, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And I can see the streams in my Spotify or like my Apple. I see when they coming. Like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm
Super
saying?
dope.
Like,
Super dope when you can see it. Like you actually see, the progress or whatever. And like you say, you're making those connections because it's harder. Actually, it's harder now, than, like when people were
hmm
signed back in the day with a major, like you're out here on your own, you're independent. It's harder, because, everybody, because okay, so if we pull up to a club, we pull up to a club, if it's not an open mic or whatever, if we pull up to a club, it's probably 30 people in there that'll tell you they're an artist. So if you walk up to me and I'm
hmm
like, "How you doing?" It's a really fancy.
Saturated.
Everybody's an artist, so nobody takes anybody seriously. Oh, there's all about me. Like I'm the artist. I'm the artist. I'm the artist. But at the same time, it's like from the artist standpoint, like when you're meeting people, if you're not there, on something that's already scheduled, it has to be a difficult thing if you're not a people person to be able to sit and say, "Hey, I am art. Here's my music." You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. And that. So it has to be humbling.
hmm
It has to also be, like you said, exciting when you have people that are hitting you from all over the place, with playing your music and stuff and telling you, giving you
Yeah.
positive feedback, saying, hey, they think this is dope. Hey, you got to come out here and do this. How does that affect you as far as planning, like what your next steps are? And that was what I was going to ask you. Like, what are your next step? Are you going to be going and doing shows or venues, or what's next for you?
So currently we doing a Dice Soho tour. It start October 1st in Dallas. We doing all the dates up to San Antonio, so it's like the 8th or something like that. Pretty much I'm trying to promote the good music I got out because I got like 6 or 7 mixtapes out since 2019.
Oh,
So yeah, I worked my ass off, and they all like really I'm a real strategic person. If you talk to anybody that like do music with me or like even engineers when they meet me, I work with Kalani. I worked with a couple. I worked with a lot of people out of Houston. Honestly, just bumping into them or throwing shows. I started throwing shows too recently, so like I got a feel for everything, and I know like okay, music I want to do, so I want to be performing more. I've been trying to get so this show, of course, you know, everything ain't free. We got a good ass rate. So it was like one of the best, like it damn near was free, you could say. You know what I'm saying, for the tour. Um and pretty much it was pretty much like we want to give you exposure, you know what I'm saying, but this what we need from you type, but we got you, you know what I'm saying? So shit, my team was like, fuck it, let's do it. So we
Yeah,
did it,
because
and
it's
then
important.
once I did
People
that,
don't realize you have to
it's
invest.
you gotta
You have to
you
invest.
gotta you gotta yeah, you have to put that money in the right places. The right hands have to touch the right money. If the money goes into the right places, you see a better outcome. You know, I tell people like they be so thirsty to go pay 350 to go get a post on say cheese, and you could somebody might be throwing a tour down the street and he only might charge you 350 for 4 dates. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's better marketing, better promotion. I try to tell anybody, you being in the room is better than anything. Your ass could pop up. You can do all this with the networking, the PR. That's all cool and all. But at the end of the day, when the rooms you in, that's how you get them real followers. Those are people that are potential fans because you have a potential way to make them a fan. You have some type of way to show them why they should follow you. You can't do that sitting at the crib on Instagram. Like they're gonna scroll up or they're gonna scroll down or they're gonna double tap. It's either or. So I feel like in that area, once you got a mic, that's your opportunity. If it's 400 people, you need to be trying to grab 100. I'm gonna be fair, 20% of them. You need to be trying to grab 50, 60, 60 turn to 120. You gotta know what you're doing. So I'm not about the big like I don't be thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna go viral tomorrow. That's a lot of artists' problem. I be
They do
thinking
think
like,
that.
all right, look, so I put enough money into this. Yeah, I put money into this. Okay, now I'm finna go ahead and build this. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me not throw no whole bunch of money here. Let me go ahead and just promote this platform, get this platform where it gotta be. All right, now that platform is somewhat good. Let me get this one semi good. Let me get this one semi good. Then I come back and do it all over again. You just keep recycling. The more you work, the more you do, the more people gonna find you, realize that you working. You know what I'm saying? Anybody
Yeah,
can say they're a rapper. Everybody say they rap. So if you say you rapping, you got 5 videos. You're not a rapper. You know, I got people that ask me like, so what you doing besides like videos and stuff? First thing you ask me, like, so what are you doing besides, you know, like, okay, well, I got a tour going on. I'm finna start shooting more videos for my projects. Like, I got a lot of mixtapes out. I put a lot of work in. I did a lot of work for Exotic Pop. So now I got them branches and them networks where I can reach out to people and be like, man, I'm finna be in the city. Is there anything you got going on? Any people you could put me in tune with? So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I've been moving right now. I've been using strictly network. I ain't been trying to use too much money, but I've been putting that money there. I tell them, like, I got something, but just make it the best way you can for me, so that way I can make it better for myself and I can make it benefit you. Because I got people that's gonna come if I come, you know. And I
right,
try to go places. I try to go. So like a lot of artists don't understand demographics. They don't understand go where you're wanted. Don't
right.
go where you're not wanted. You need to find out where your music is getting streamed. I know through Spotify, I got 1,000 streamers in Houston, so I'm gonna find me a venue in Houston to do. Maybe get a show, like I said, with Dice. Now I'm on a show with Dice. Now I invite my people, put my post up. I got people. How much the tickets? All right, boom. I told 4 people. First 4 people that pull up, I'm gonna pay for y'all to get in. Y'all get in. Y'all support me. You know what I'm saying? There's little things that you gotta do to get these people to want to support you. Somebody gonna remember you doing something for them always before them doing something for you. You
True,
got to remember that. You know what
true.
I'm saying?
That's a
So
strategy,
make it
definitely.
beneficial. Make it
Yeah,
benefit.
so
When I
it's
had
real
people come
easy
out
for you.
for when I got people coming out for shows and shit like that, man, I make sure I got extra weed. I roll up like 8, 9 blunts. Hell, passing it out. Hey,
Mhm.
roll this up. You know what I'm saying? Just I got a bottle of this over there. Like y'all go ahead and get that. Or so y'all hungry? I get some pieces for my video, my Waukesha video shoot. I bought
Yeah,
everybody a piece. I bought like 10 pieces. You know what I'm saying? Just you hungry? Hell no. That was for y'all. That's for y'all. For you, let me use your spot, and that's for y'all. All y'all been here and volunteering, and y'all ain't have to do that. Y'all don't even know me, some of y'all. So you know what I'm saying? It's about giving credibility and paying homage and making sure you understand somebody don't got to do nothing for you. And when somebody
That's
do something for you, that's everything. Even if they go
yes.
comment and like or you know,
The
everything
smallest
count.
thing, trust me, it takes a lot. I remember it's hilarious because you think, okay, so on your YouTube, you can get your personalized link on your YouTube once you have 100 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And I had five, I'm at the max on Facebook friends, and I'm like, why don't you come over to YouTube? Getting
Mm-hmm.
people to come over. It seemed like the biggest struggle. I think I have 124 funkies, on number wise. But I mean, I know, but I'm grateful for every 124 subscriptions, and I make sure that I let everybody know that. But that YouTube
Mm-hmm.
would put you through that. But it's like, if you produce enough, like, okay, so if I'm on my radio show on Wednesdays, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard, right? Houston, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
based out of Houston. If I'm on my radio
Right.
show on Wednesdays, I have 69,000, 70,000 people listening. You know what I mean? So me
Mm-hmm.
looking at 125 or 120 or when I was working up to get from 50 subscribers or from 10 subscribers, that wasn't like the most important thing to me. The number wasn't the most important thing to me. I know that every single platform is not going to be the same. What's your platform?
See, look, man, look. I had preached this to my manager the other day, and we was talking, not preaching it, cause she know, but like I had told her, I was like, man, everybody be like, why you got so many Instagrams? Why you got so many YouTubes? Why you got this? Why you got that? I'm like, man, notice I got a lot of social media, but I only got one Apple, one Spotify, one YouTube. So the more pages I got as like just like a promotion company, the more pages I got where I could go comment. Like people like numbers, people like to see interaction. If people see interaction, they gonna interact. Some people don't want to interact until they see somebody else interact because they don't want to look like a fan. Some people don't want to seem like a fan, so they're gonna like it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? My platform is Instagram, and I don't have a main platform right now as far as views because I did something very strategic on purpose, and I'm trying. I did this like on some trial and error shit. I said if it didn't work, I was gonna do something else. But so I dropped every mixtape that I had them on different platforms. So like two of my mixtapes, Dementia and Karma, I dropped them on that Piff. I went old school with those, you know.
Okay.
Then yeah, I went old school and then like Noski World Part One, La Lucha, Exotic Dreams. I got a couple singles that I dropped. Collateral Damage, that's a whole nother tape. All of those, I just okay. So once I had built up my sound, so I started dropping on SoundCloud. I dropped my Ain't You a Rapper with F&B Loan Money. I said, fuck it, I don't got no followers on SoundCloud, so I'm gonna throw this song on SoundCloud. Boom. Because I know as an artist, people don't understand this. I'm glad that artists think you only supposed to have views on one platform because that is so simple minded. No company is gonna sign you off one platform. They want to see how many streams you can generate through platforms. That's how you get paid. It's not one platform. You get paid. The real money come in when you getting paid off 5 different platforms.
Multiple.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Marketability. So I figured, I told myself, like, okay, I'm gonna let all these people make this music and these videos. I'm gonna just make music. So I made music for a year and a half straight. Barely did videos. Any videos that I had last year were free. Somebody hit me and said they wanted to do them because they seen how I was going.
Right.
So I had did that. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna build up my name. So because your name is everything. I learned this through my first little manager that I had. Your name is everything. Your brand is it's like exotic pop. That's I learned from them. That the strategies that I use is from I ain't gonna lie, a lot of that shit come from them. It's just because I had to use it in the same sense when I was promoting the pops, I was promoting me. Or people will find out like, man, I didn't know you rap. Like I was on your page. I thought you was just with exotic pop. Like, no. So then they started going to find me on their own. So I got a lot of people
Hmm.
that just wanted to hear me just because I was exotic. I'm like, let me hear what this motherfucker sound. He probably sound weak as hell. You know, and then people would hit
Yeah,
me
try to
like,
sound
damn,
black.
he,
Yeah.
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 So the main thing I did was try to build up a presence. I got so if you even if you YouTube if you go to Google and you type in Noski music, just Noski music, no space, you will see all my platforms are like it looks professional. It's like laid out. It'll tell you SoundCloud, that Piff. Because I've generated the streams. One on that Piff, I got a tape with 7,000 views, 500 streams, 500 full tape streams. On the second tape, it's like 3,000, 4,000 some views, 300 and some full streams. So what I'm doing is I'm generating traffic, and then I drop those same tracks on my SoundCloud. So now my SoundCloud, only certain tracks go to that SoundCloud. That was my first three mixtapes. The reason being is because I know going forward, those mixtapes wouldn't mean shit anymore. You
Right.
know, they get play, but they don't mean shit. Whatever song you blow up from then on is what's gonna matter. You gotta know the industry. You gotta know how the market go. You know what I'm saying? Some old shit can resurface later after you repost it when you blow up, but you want to try
Yes.
to I told people like when I make mixtapes, when I make songs, I don't hold on to somebody might be like, oh, um, well, can I yeah, somebody just threw me off, my bad. Somebody might hit me. What the fuck was I just talking about? My bad. I just read a message.
The mixtape. That's okay.
I'm sorry. My bad. Damn, I forgot what I was even just talking about. This
You were
shit just
talking about
threw
the
me off.
mixtapes and talking about the
But
old ones and how some old stuff can resurface. Yeah.
oh yeah, so yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. So I just put it like this. Just say I go viral tomorrow, and I got three songs that nobody even liked a long time ago, and just I wound up doing a TikTok on one of them bullshit songs one day. You know, that's the only reason why that song will resurface, or if somebody famous finds that song and plays that song.
Yeah.
But when you make your song, I was telling people, you can't hold on to a song.
No.
Every song gets liked and disliked regardless. So you
Yeah.
have to just keep going. I never make a song and
Throw
be
it
like,
out
"Oh,
there
this
and
is
see
my
what
hit."
happens.
I'm like, "Oh, that's a hit." That's
Yeah.
it. Keep going.
Just
You got
throw
to
it out
keep
there and
going.
keep
People be
on
like, "You
putting
don't
it
want to
out
go refix it." Yeah. People be
there.
like, "You
Yeah.
want to refix
Keep
it?"
moving.
Hell no, because by the time I get done, I'm gonna have a whole nother thousand songs. I'm not gonna
Yep.
be
Just
thinking
keep it
1,000
moving.
songs before.
I totally agree with
No,
that.
that's what they tell you. You got to
Yeah.
work. It's work. Hey,
Yes,
look,
sir.
I tell people all the
Just do
time.
the work.
If you ain't if you ain't got a if you ain't got 1,000 songs, you ain't really work. Because there's people that's in the studio night and day, night and day, night and day, writing songs, doing their own songs, making beats, everything. If you ain't locking in the studio 24 hours out the day, you need to be doing something productive with your. So what I do, like I market myself. So I know like all the platform gonna do for me. I get my marketing. I got companies that I rock with through marketing. But shit, I sit at home and I stream my music and listen to my shit like I told you, fam. My flaws, man, I could have did that better, but I'm not finna go fix it. I'm finna just go ahead. My next song, I know I need to take a breath right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's little things. Like every song is not gonna get loved. Every song, even the number one songs in the world get dislikes. You know what I'm saying? So. I be trying to tell people like it's not about what anybody like. It's not about what you like. It's about what stick.
That's
It's
right. That's why I say you just keep doing the work. You just keep on throwing it out there, and something's going to
yeah.
stick.
It's a
Because not
hype.
everybody doesn't like the same thing.
It's a hype
Everybody doesn't
industry.
like the same thing. Yeah.
It's a hype
It's
industry.
iffy. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
you.
that's
Sometimes
it.
you're up, sometimes you're down. I mean, it could be the dopest thing out there, but that's not what they want to hear right now.
Some people feel it's Hollywood to tag artists. I'm like, bro, I tag people. That's how I be getting shares. People be that's no dub. Eat spicy with tea. I had
You definitely should do it. It
Chris
should tag everybody.
Christian Combs and shared my shit before. I mean, I did a little freestyle for the Wave Juice. He shared
Yeah.
my shit. Everybody went crazy over this. I had a lot of people that saw it. They always DMing me about it.
Yeah.
I was with 147 Cowboy. I be with G Herbo people. His DJ Victorious and all of them. Like they know me personally. OTF Chino. Like it's a lot of people.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people
Yeah.
that know me. Just OA Mark. Like these all people that's affiliated in the industry. It's just I was trying to tell people, they're like, if you know them, why you not famous? Like, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you
You
right
have
now.
to
I know
work.
people that's close. I know people that's best friends to them that ain't even got in the door like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand it. I hate when people think like that. Like, oh, you know him? Why you ain't famous? Why he don't respond to you? We not internet. It's not. It don't got always be internet. If I see him in public, I bet you he gonna speak to me. That's
Of
the
course.
difference. People don't understand. You want it to be in front of people. I don't mind it being behind closed doors because that ain't gonna build nothing for me in front of people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What that's
That's
gonna
for
make me look
sure. That's
cool
always
for
for
you for two
show.
seconds?
That's for show. Yeah.
I'm look at you. You gonna look at me cool for 2 seconds. Just like if you get a if Moneybag Yo was to shut me right now today, tomorrow ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. They gonna be saying, all right, post something else. You
Really
know
though,
what I'm
yeah, that's
saying?
already
That's
done.
how to
Okay, you
tell.
informed. That's cool.
That's,
Yeah. But what do you got for us,
yeah,
Lucy?
it's like this word.
What we gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah,
My th- my
this
thing. So
industry. That's why
what you're
I
doing a
made
lot
sure
of
I had a
game.
catalog.
Yeah, you're giving them a lot
Hmm?
of game. So, like you said, using one platform, one platform to expand your platform, right? So, Exotic Pop, how was it that you got linked up with Exotic Pop? Because you said you were the only brand ambassador from Chicago. So, how did that even come about?
That's just so cold. So like, I had went to South by Southwest. Shout out to I was with Pal TV and This Is 50. So anybody that know This Is 50, if you really know about music, because I really research shit. Like This Is 50 is 50 Cent blog. It's ran by
Yeah.
like somebody named Hakeem and somebody else. I forget the name, but and then you got
Hmm.
Pal TV. It's just a banging ass blog. It's before Say Cheese. People don't know this. Like people going to what's sticking now. We had blogs. But I miss the source times and shit like that. I miss when College Kid was the main. You know what I'm saying? Like the main source of everybody finding you. But long story short, just like fuck. I don't even know. I
Was
don't
it
even
just you
know.
being you and somebody was just like, oh, I love your personality. Let's see what we can do? Or was it like,
No, just
or,
like no, because it was like it wasn't supposed to happen. Like the way that it happened, I went and performed in one place, and then just going to just being on the strip. That's why people tell you to go to South by Southwest because shit could happen. That's what I was saying.
yes,
Just like I was just lost because I was like, damn. When you tell people the story, it don't even how I got over here don't even make sense from where I was at. I was at Peckerheads on Six. I wound up at Private Stock down the street and. I wound up going there and they was doing a pop up. They wound up not coming the time they were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be there at like 3 or some shit like that. So I wound
yeah,
up coming back to the strip at like 7, 8 o'clock. I went to the strip and then they were there. So I'm downstairs. I went to private stock. I was in the bathroom shit. They like, man, Exotic Pop upstairs. I had just saw this shit on like a week before on Instagram with Gunna. So I'm like, damn, that shit live. So I wanted to jump in, be on it first. So I went upstairs and I had met Prez D. Prez was like, he was like, I was like, man, what's up with y'all? I'm like, damn, bro. Like, we was outside for an hour early. I was waiting. I needed some of this shit so I could be the first one, at the crib, like, like
hmm,
that. He was like, man, where you from? I'm like, from Chicago. I'm like, we ain't never, that shit ain't out there. We don't know about that shit like that. And then he was just
yeah,
like, oh, we got a spot. We got a location gonna be in Wicker Park called Elevated Minds. He was like, man, what's up? I'm like, man, I'm y'all brand ambassador. I do music. I just came from performing down the street. And just so happened a couple people that I had performed that went from when I performed was inside the venue. So they like, all good performers, like, yeah, you snap. They was singing my song and shit, like funny as hell. So he was like, oh, you do music, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I gave him my info. He tried to tap me in with Charleston, but Charleston was busy. So Charleston never had met me until months later after I had
hmm,
already became an ambassador. It was crazy. But so long story short, he got my info, and then once it popped off, Prez, real motherfucking guy, stand up guy. He sent me the info and told me to hit this guy. This the guy that's gonna be doing the Exotic Pop Chicago. And then I hit him, and then they was like, "Come on." And
hella dope.
I started
Mhm.
promoting. At first, I wasn't even. At first, I wasn't even I wasn't even an ambassador. I was just promoting stuff because I wanted to be one. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put work in." And I know a lot of people gonna ask to do it. So let me just show you why I should be one. That's how I always been. Like, I'm gonna show you. I don't want you. I don't want you to. I don't want it to be given to me. I want to show you so I can talk about. I showed you. But so yeah, I did it that way, and it came to me. Like it just fell in my hands, and then they gave me a lot of opportunity. I did a lot for like All Star Weekend and a lot of shit like that.
Dope,
So
dope,
just
dope. Yeah, being in the spot.
I don't know, shit. Yeah,
You got to be there. That's, I think,
being
one
where
of the
you
biggest
supposed to be.
takeaways is that you got to show up. You got to show up. Even sometimes you don't feel like it, but you got to show up. You got to be where it's happening at. You got to be visible. You got to make yourself visible. You have to do the work. I think that's like
Yeah,
two of the biggest takeaways that I've
somebody
gotten
had
from.
told me. Somebody had told me like even if you ain't performing, sometimes it's good to go out because you never know.
Yeah,
Somebody might. Man, I've been out and people know me from the exotic pop Chicago out here. because
Yeah,
it's big
of
out
course.
here.
Because they
So
pay
people be
attention. Yeah,
like,
that's our thing.
"You
Yeah.
look familiar. Are you Noski?" Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So that kind of blew me, and then I started like investing in myself. I started getting features and shit. Like,
I was getting ready to ask about that, but okay. So, all right. So with that being said, who would be your ideal? Who would you want to work with the most? Who are you? Who would be like your dream feature to a song? Who would you want to do it with?
oh, money bag.
Why
Yeah,
money?
money bag. Yeah, cause I just feel like we kind of talk about the same shit, just different
Yeah,
ways, you know. But
super dope.
we say stuff differently, you know. Like we don't say it the way it's supposed to be said. We make it difficult, you know. That's what I think.
Make it
For
difficult. Make
sure,
somebody
we make
think.
it
Yeah.
difficult.
Make you think.
Yep.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
challenge yourself to think a
Yep.
little bit more. Okay. Okay, so who's your
Yes,
favorite?
sir.
So who would be your favorite who would be your favorite your favorite like rap pioneer or your OG? Who would that be?
Travis Scott.
That's your OG?
I'll take. Oh no,
So that's
OG. No, no, no. My bad. No, OG. I do. Shit. If you want to say OG, you could give me like Diddy.
okay.
You can give me Diddy. Yeah, give me
So
Diddy.
what was it about Diddy that I mean, is it about the way that he marketed himself and or do you think he can really rap?
Hell yeah. No, no, not even that. Like I told you, it's not about the music. It's not about.
That's
It's
what
about finding
I'm just
people
giving
that
you
fuck with you.
clarify for about Diddy because people
Yeah,
have different
no.
opinions about Diddy
Yeah, no. So the reason why I say Diddy because that motherfucker, business wise. Yeah,
all the
it's
way.
music involved, but business is how you gonna make your back end. That's how you gonna see everything. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these people think it's just rapping. Like, nah, they got like wing stops and HEDs and all type of shit. Like people don't know
Yeah.
that. So I take Diddy just for the simple fact he knew what he wanted and he did what he had to do to execute what he wanted. And he did. He put a lot of people in place to win. Granted, he did a lot of fuck shit to a lot of people too, but that come with the game. I feel like everybody got a story when they come behind
Collateral
like
damage.
I can't really speak on something. Yeah, if it's collateral damage. I got a mixtape called Collateral Damage. That's crazy.
Right. Right.
But yeah, like is I think that's how I feel about it. Like I just feel like he more of a icon shit. Even with Sean John shit, people
Businessman
think
for
Sean
sure.
John suck ass. People think Sean John ain't a big brown. I was like, man, it's still like $2,000 Sean John suits. It's $5,000 Sean John coats. People don't know what they. You gotta research. You gotta know what you're talking about. I told people like Polo that Ralph Lauren cool, but you got like purple and black Polo and red. People don't know about shit like that. That's the shit that's two thousand
The
dollars
different
a
label.
Polo.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, yeah. So you gotta know
Yeah.
your. That's why I said like it's a thing about like being hot and then being on top of what's hot. That's what I want to be.
I think that okay, so yeah, so that's what you aspire to. So what would be okay, so I mean the takeaways like we said
Hmm.
already was being present, knowing, knowing your lane and just like being like completely dominating that whole lane that you're in, having your plan, working your plan. But what would you say to somebody who's out here that's maybe um they're just not where they think they should be yet, but they're still putting in the work and they're still doing it? What would be the best piece of advice you could give them?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't where I want to be at. So if you feel like you where you need to be at, then you need to be rich and you need to be. I ain't even talking about being famous. You need to be rich. You need to be wealthy. You need to have money. You need to be not in debt, not on taxes, not on nothing. Like you need to be set. You need to be straight. Your kids should be set. You should have three generations set. If you ain't like that, then you ain't successful. Like successful is not even just owning cars and cribs, like equities and shit, real estates and you
Yes.
know what I'm saying, accounts and stocks and shit, having get your own companies and shit, have more than one little investment company, get you some little passive incomes and like little stuff. Start your kids some businesses, open them in their names, run them until they get able to open them themselves. It can be two KFCs. It could be a KFC, a Popeyes, a Wendy's, a Chick-fil-A. Like you need to have that because I feel like at the end of the day, once you franchise and build from there, shit, you got a lot to talk about. You got a lot to rap about. Your kids could see more, and then you ain't got to worry about I don't want to have to worry about life. I want to be able to worry about music. I want my life to be taken care of off my music. So that's why I take it more like a job. It's more serious for me. It ain't a game. It's like a I need to be up there. Like I ain't trying to sit here and just do it and have guns and shit in my video. I'm trying to have mainstream videos. I'm trying to have videos that could possibly hit YouTube, MTV or BET or something. People want to just have guns and weed and shit. Like I shot a weed video and I ain't have nothing but blunts in it. The reason why I did that was because I told them like any company that is not pro weed, when they see that I could say that's CBD, they wouldn't know if that's CBD or not. But if I got
Right.
the weed showing and shit, I have a harder argument. That company might want to give me millions of dollars and be like, "Oh no, Ski, we saw that you was rolling up. You had pounds. We know you don't have a grow license. We don't want to be affiliated with anything that's beneath the company. Like that's not what you know what I'm saying. Like people got to realize that. That's what Diddy told Biggie. Like shit, I need you to get out the street. You can't be doing that shit no more.
That's right.
So I feel like I think we got to learn. We got to learn how to transition into business.
Yes. Very,
If
very
you focus on the
right.
business part of the music, I think since I've been focused on the business part, my music been taking off better. My
Yeah,
streams been
because
doing better.
because like you said, it's all about strategy. Totally. Totally agree with that. It's all
Yeah,
about
I'm
strategy.
not I'm not
Really, if you're just
I'm
out
not
here
worried
just
about
singing from your
now.
heart, I don't know. If you're just out here singing and performing just because you want to, I just don't really know how far you're gonna get without the engagement and
Yeah,
without
no.
the forethought and the master plan. I really don't know. I think that it's imperative to have a master plan.
Mm-hmm.
And you can now you can you know
You
we
gotta
are
have
going
everything.
we're going to deviate from it, but and we also have to also know not to beat ourselves up if we need to go back and revamp that plan, because sometimes maybe that avenue didn't work out, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I mean, just like you said, I one of the best piece of advice I ever got was from Deron Jones from 112. He's also one of my friends, and he said, just do the work. Everything else, everything
Oh,
else
that's
will come.
live.
Just do the work. All you have to do is the work.
That's live as hell.
Just do the
That's
work.
live.
Eventually they're going to come to you, and they're gonna come to you, and they're gonna be like, wow, because this person is constantly doing, and they're
Ah,
always
you
there.
not lying. I met DJ Holiday for Rolling Loud. I had did an event with this dude named Woodrow here at A&R for Atlantic. And DJ Holiday, DJ Infamous, DJ E Fees, E Chucky Baby, a lot of industry people. And the only thing they kept telling me, because I kept getting bumped into them about it. So we threw a show, and the dude I threw the show with didn't let my artist perform. He wound up not having the venue at the right time. So he just took their money and pretty much just like got up out of there type. So I'm standing there trying to get them to perform and do it like, man, it's like $800 a slot, bro. Like it was Palooza. So I'm like, man, oh. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna let them perform. He was like, I'm gonna let them perform. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I was like, why, bro? He was like, I'm gonna do this to hope that you do this for somebody later down the line when you get big. He said, I got faith in you. He was like, I see something in you. He was like, you hungry? He was like, because if you wasn't, you would have told them it was time to go and they couldn't perform, and you would have worked out a different way. But he said he tried to actually make sure they perform. So that's why I'm gonna stick with you and I'm gonna make sure they perform. And shit, they was happy. They got to perform in front of DJ Holiday, some industry people from, and it was in Miami. Shit, it's Rolling Loud weekend, so you had a sesh performing and shit. Like it was live as hell. But they had told me that day, he was like, "What you doing?" I just told him about the music and shit like that. He was just like, "You know what?" He was like, 6 months. He was like, "You got an image." He was like, "Your look is good." He's like, "You got a cool look." He was like, "You different." He was like, "You different, bro." He was like, "That's all that matter in this shit." He said, "Somebody gonna see you." It take for one person to see you and be like, man, this motherfucker working. He different and he getting
Right. That's
views.
it.
See, really, you could build your own fan base. The more you promote, the more you work, the more people gonna tap in with you. You keep tapping in with them. You treat them like somebody. Don't treat them like somebody that's reaching out to you for your music. You treat
So
them
what's
like
another
some people
underground?
that you.
That's
hmm
right. I completely agree.
You said.
Like, there's more to invest in others than money. You know what I mean? And the time is more
hmm
important than the time, and the actual honest feedback is more important as far as an investment to me than any amount of, okay, let me just put you on this or that money wise. So speaking of that, like, who would be like
Organic.
an underground artist that you would like? an underground artist that you would really put your effort into? Because usually it's like everybody's like, oh, put me on, put me on, put me on. But so you see somebody that in your own city or the city, like you say, you're in Houston, so you claim Houston right now, because that's where you're at. You think it's dope. You got a lot of good vibes out there, good connections. Who's an underground artist out there that you would really work with out there that you might try to?
Out here,
Yeah, in Houston. Uh huh.
um, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably, shit. I had to say like little Jeremy or somebody.
So just
I'll
like it's
probably get
somebody that
someone
you
like
feel like
little
they have heart
Jeremy
and they're hungry to do the
or
work. Yeah.
yeah, like somebody. I like to work with the people that's like up there, but they not up there all the way. Like I want the people that still wanna still work, they wanna still grind and shit, so they don't take them deals and they just keep doing shit independent. Like them the people I want to tap in with. They still underground, but they just mainstream. You know what I'm saying? People don't get it. I tell my people like, man, look, if I'm making 4 figures a year, I can make 4 figures a year off music. Okay, my business is gonna take care of the other 200, the other 2 figures that I need to make the 6 figures. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
So
right, right.
that's it. So like everybody want to come in here like I'm making millions off my music, man. Make some thousands. Shit, you'd be good. Put them thousands to some businesses. I see
Be
how
smart
these
about it.
entrepreneurs. I see how Houston, Slim Thug, Kiki, fucking Lil Flip. Everybody got businesses that they invested into that's doing really well. Trey, everybody got
Yeah.
businesses. So I'm learning a lot from being down here. The best thing I could have did was move down here and see unity and then see how everybody. It ain't everybody, but shit. A lot of areas come together when it's time to do shit. A lot of people supportive of each other. Like the old heads fuck with the new school shit. Like just me doing
Yeah.
a song with F&B Loan Money got me like K-Love, Big Mo brother. His people, I'm real tapped in with them. I ain't spoken to them in a minute, but I'm real tapped in with them. He in my video. He ain't you a rapper. I got a song with F&B Loan Man. I got some shit with 1020 Meezy, Millie Bucks, the Mall Houston artist, Money Matt, the Mall Houston artist, Mac. They all Houston artists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on my tape is really Chicago to Houston. I got a vlog out Chicago to Houston. So like just watching the vlogs and shit, yeah, I'm a half park ambassador too. So you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? You aren't invited. Yeah. So I'm an
Uh-huh.
ambassador for them too. Yeah, I've been really trying to get the micro brands, the A-list ones. Unfortunately, Exotic Pop took off, so shit, they not a micro no more. They major,
No,
so
exotic pop
that's a
definitely
good
is
thing to
not.
have.
And they're
Yeah,
really
it's
out there
good.
doing it too.
Shit, they A-list now, so I'm honored to be affiliated with them since 2019. I've been with them since the Exotic Pop page. Chicago had like 3 followers, if I'm not mistaken. We got
Oh wow.
5,000 plus right now.
That's pretty
So
dope.
yeah, like
To have heard that.
I'm a OG ambassador. OG
He said
ambassador.
OG
They'll tell you
ambassador.
like
That's
he an
right.
OG
That's
ambassador
right.
for real.
Yeah,
Like
I learned a lot
man,
too.
I'm the
I learned
reason.
a lot too. I learned a lot too. Mostly, it was when I
Yeah.
did ambassador stuff. I mostly, and I still do it now too. I just haven't been doing as much with COVID. But I think that kind of took us all down for a
Hmm.
while, and we had to kind of regroup and say, you know what, we just need to get back to work.
That's when
Even
I
if
picked back up.
yeah,
That's when I picked back up.
we need to get back to work
Yep.
because you know
I saw
what, this
people
is
start.
where we're at right now. We need to get back to work, and it's really true. I mean, I can throw on, I can throw on like, I can throw on a fit from whomever, you know what I mean. I'm working with at the time, and people are like, "Oh, where'd you get that? Tell me about that." And then I'll just be like,
Hmm.
I'm a walking talking piece for your company. It's really neat though. But then like
Hmm.
people associate you with
So
that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she messes with that, so let me try that. Let's see what that's about." Yeah, off of association alone, like you say, it's a
yeah,
good
that's
business.
why.
To me, one of the biggest things that I learned, with being a brand ambassador, like you say, is that it's important to talk to people, all people. Ask you a question. It might not even be a normal
Hmm.
person. That you might
For
even.
sure.
Everybody has something to offer you, and you have something to offer them too.
Man, look, I was telling like these interviews, people think these interviews don't mean shit. I was trying to tell my homie the other day, I said the most shit that you got where people are interested in you
Yes.
as you blow up. See, people think interviews is just for oh man, they gotta have a lot of followers. They gotta have this. They gotta
No,
have that. No, look, you want to grow because I told my homie them. I said some of these underground interviewers, they be having the connects. They be tapped in with people in the industry. Like they be just like how you told me about Spice One. I was like, that's live as hell. People be
yeah,
having connects. You never know who or who be sitting around somebody. You
that's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
That's why you treat people
I didn't
right.
even have it loud, and that's the thing. I didn't even have it loud. I was just listening, saying because I do that. I'll go through my
Uh
email for my submissions because I get people that submit to me for the radio show. They want me to play on the radio. I have to have radio edits for my time because mine is prime time on my radio show. On here, it's not that way. Like usually my format would be to go ahead and like cut into one of your songs, but I'm having a problem with my little sound right now. I invested quite a bit of money into the sound device, and I'm having some problems with it with this new system that I got, this new computer that I got. But we're gonna get that worked out.
right.
But it doesn't matter because we'll still go back in and tag it in there. But so I wasn't even listening very loud. And he was like, "Wait a minute." He just turned around and looked at me. He was like, "Who is that? Wait a minute." And he asked,
That's
I
live.
turned it up and I restarted it. Here you go, go on. He said from the bay. I'm like, no. But let me find out about it. So you just never know. And that's the thing
Yeah.
too. It's never know when, people like that are gonna be in a space, you don't know where you're gonna be, where they're at. People appreciate that. You never really know who anybody's connected to. But at the same time, also like you're saying, we help each other grow too. Everybody helps each other grow because I'll be playing your music.
Hmm.
Like if I think that your music is dope, if I like the person that you are, the message that you're giving out, that you're sharing, well then I'll be more prone to, hey, give me those radio edits so I can throw them in my mix or I can throw them on my show.
Yeah.
There are times that I do, there are times that I'm not doing a pre-recorded show, when I'm in Houston a lot, because that's home for me. But and I do my show live, and when I do my show live, it's anything goes. So whatever I'm feeling like that day. So if you really impress me, I'm like, it's 10 of your songs,
Right, that's
and you don't even
live.
know somebody,
I fuck with
somebody
that.
famous could be sitting right next to me in the station. You just don't even know. And it's not like I'm out here like saying,
Yeah.
oh yeah, because I fuck with such and such. No, I don't need to say that to you. I'm just letting you know that somebody heard it and somebody was vibing.
Hmm.
That was the whole point.
That's
You know what I
good.
mean?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I told my girl yesterday, like when I found that when you told me that, I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that's so fucking live. I was like, nah, that just let me know, like, okay, I need to come up with some more good vibes, some more melodies. I love the California scene, so it's like shit. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you, like for me, because I had my first time being to Cali was this year. I had never been. I only been twice. This is my third time. I actually think I went 3 times. But shit, every time I went, it was just like that's different. It's like a whole another island. Like it's like
Yes, it's a whole
you
different vibe.
somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago, so when I saw
Yeah.
Houston, I'm like, damn. Then when I saw Cali, I was like, what the
Whoa.
fuck?
I'm
Like,
the same way.
yeah.
I
So that
mean,
song, I made sure I didn't record that song until I went back to California. It fell into place. I was like, it's crazy how shit works. Cause some shit just be destined. So I wound up getting to record that song. I had that beat the day before I went to California, and I wrote that shit on the plane. Then I recorded it when I
yeah.
landed, type shit that night when I got done doing what I was doing. I recorded it in LA, and the internet I recorded it with at Zoom Studios. He was like, his name Doctor. He was like, oh no. He was like, that's a vibe, bro. He was
Yeah.
like, this definitely he said this for here. He was like, this definitely gonna stick here. He said you need to come back out with this song and like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, just get it out to some people. He was like, that's a vibe, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I had him tell me.
I'm fucking
I
with
had him give me a really good constructive criticism. That's the thing about him too, is that he's not really going to open his mouth if he don't really like it because,
it.
like he's
Mm-hmm.
one of those artists too that he's always constantly working up here, and he's always working on his
Yeah.
own. Also, an artist that really only listens to his own music as well. So if he's really exposed to anything different, it's because of me or it's because he's at a venue that he's at somewhere else, and there's other artists there, maybe that are opening artists or something like that for where he's performing or whatever because he's constantly booked. Like he's been booked the whole year, like straight booking.
I was looking, I seen he one of them. He that
Hmm.
man, for real. I
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
seen it.
yeah. He stays
Yeah,
booked, and
for
so
sure.
other than that, he don't really hear it. So for that, like, and so he told me, like, I've been working on a single or whatever, and we have it. It's like more of a
Mm-hmm.
me on my Houston vibe and snapping. But he's like, well, he's like, try it like this. You might not like this, but I don't know how you gonna feel about saying this, but say this after,
Right.
this is your theme word. Let's go on
I
and
be
get this West Coast on it, and let's see what happens. And he was not lying. We played it back, and I was like,
yeah.
whoop. Okay, we might have a Houston version, and we might have a
Yeah,
West Coast version of the same song.
yeah.
But it's smart though.
Sometimes
See,
when
like
them
you said, you
areas
never have the
collide,
opportunity.
yeah.
You
Most of
have
my
the
songs that
opportunity.
had like really did good was yeah. Most of the songs that I did though was the Houston features because their accent they rap so different.
Yeah,
It was like hand to hand. Everybody like, man, that shit sound good with y'all voices. Like, yeah, we not from the same areas. We don't rap the same, so it's gonna sound like a real feature. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Sometimes people rap the two artists do a song together and they rap, but they sing the same, or it's just like, that's cool. But when you listen to somebody, two different worlds, two different cities, it's like, oh yeah, I'll fuck with it. To hear what he
yeah.
had to say, and then I got a feature from R&B Bloodbath on there too.
All right, okay. I'm gonna have to
So
go check that out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's called Three
that's
Kings.
dope.
Been doing real good on that too. I got the U of H. I got a lot of students at U of H that been playing this thing. They love it.
That's super dope. That's where I graduated from. So super dope. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's
live.
okay. So right now, so you're about to start the tour October the 1st. How long is that gonna run?
Like 7 days or some, like
Okay.
7 days, like a week.
All right. So then it's back to the
Yeah,
lab
it's
again.
not.
Are you on the next project?
Oh no, I'm doing that. I'm doing that the whole time. I'm doing it. Every city I'm working. Every
Okay.
city.
Like you said,
I might
you
make a
pull up
bang in
and
one
you're
of them
like, hey, who I
cities.
know
Yeah.
here? Let's get in there and get this done. That's what I'm talking about. So your best advice is just keep on
Mhm.
working.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are anybody you want to
Mhm.
give a shout out to or anything before we get up out of here?
Shout out to you first. Shout out to Kane.
Pain.
Um, shit. Right now my management. I call shots 135 on Instagram.
Okay.
D will get it done. He also that's Johnny Dang videographer. He actually jumped on. He wanted to
Yeah.
work with me and shit. He like you got something like I need in, you know. So
Super dope.
he just
Yeah.
yeah he just jumped on. He like I'm gonna promote you. So he directed the Waukesha video. So you know what I'm saying. He put his name on it. He like I'm promoting this is mine. Like I'm promoting this for you and
That
you
feels
know
good though.
just
It has to feel good when they do that, when they hop on
hell
something dope.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, like I feel like he started believing me more when I set him down. Because he it's my girl people, so like he come and chill randomly, and we never really talked about music when I first got out. I was trying to make money. I was trying to get situated, get me a house, and like you know what I'm saying. I ain't had nothing, so I had to get back. Once I got back, I started okay. I just started like now, like okay, let me do my music now. So he was like, man, you never talked about your music. He's like, you got some good ass music. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
like. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. This what I'm trying to do. He was like, shit, all right, I'm with you. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. He was just calling me while I was on the interview. I had to ignore his shit. I'm gonna call him when I get off. But for
Yeah.
sure they finna finish my Waukesha video. That motherfucker that it's one of them. That's nice. It's real nice. It's a real nice video. The concept, everything. It's like it's
Yeah. I
crazy.
like
I ain't
the
really had a
snippet.
directed video. So
I like the little
oh
snippet that I
yeah,
got.
wait till you see
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, they've been sending
Man,
it
wait
to
till
me.
you see it.
They your people are on me. They've been
Yeah.
following too, and I love that too because we can get to do that. Come follow, and then you got that like I say live.
Mm-hmm.
Go on and make sure you send me. I don't. I have keep on sending me the music, of course, or have Kane or whoever send me the music,
Mm-hmm.
but also send me every opportunity you get. Send radio edits too because that also matters. Send radio edits if you
No,
can.
I was gonna say, so I just told my team. I actually got the song I'm pushing is Cali Love, so that's the one that I've been. I mean, I just love the vibe of that song.
That's so
It's a good
nice. Yeah,
vibe. I
give
feel
me a
like a
radio
lot of people, yeah, I feel like that's the one I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get the radio edit done up, and I'm gonna send that to you. You'll be the first one that had that one, for sure,
That's dope. Yeah, send it to
for
me and
sure, for
then let me
sure.
know. Whatever, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and record, or I'll have you call up to the station and talk about it.
Okay, for sure. That's live. I
Yeah, we'll do
appreciate
that.
you, shit,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, I'm heavy into that too. You know what I mean? So it's all good. I've
I
enjoyed
appreciate
it.
you. No, for sure.
I've enjoyed it. So y'all go check it out.
Oh
Noski
yeah.
World on all platforms, and then he's giving you all the new stuff that he's working on right now. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, just keep on saying, just keep on doing the work. Make sure you show up. Make sure you show out. Do everything you got to do. Have a backup plan. Have a plan. Period. Work your plan.
Mm-hmm.
Promote. Be very strategic with your money. The only question I didn't ask you
Keep
is, would
going.
you? Yeah, that. Would you remain? Would you choose? Do you prefer? Would you prefer to remain independent, or would you prefer to sign a major?
Shit, between me and you, I had turned down two deals. I'm signed to a distribution right now, Medicinal Music Group.
Okay.
That's Roy, that's Ready Made, that's Big Mo's cousin. So
Okay.
I'm signed to a distribution up under them, and right now, honestly, I ain't did enough work to sign to no label.
Okay. All right. That's
Yeah,
honest.
I told my team like we ain't worked enough. I need to work
That's
way
honest.
more.
That's honest. Yeah, you got to put it in. Because I have people that say no, that we. I just want to stay independent. Then I have people that say no, I'd rather go with it, and I'll work with it for where however long I sign for, and then hey, I got a plan to make my own money.
Fuck that. I'm trying to be able to. I told my team by the end of this year, by the beginning of next year, I'm trying to be averaging 100 shirt sales. I'm trying to be packing out my own shows. I'm trying to have my own tickets being sold. I'm trying to have a core following so that way once I drop some shit, they run into it, they flock into it like ants on fucking candy. You know what
I
I'm
know that's
saying?
right.
Like, yeah, you fuck with who fuck with you, and that's how you gonna get a better outcome.
Always. All right, y'all. All right. Okay, so I've enjoyed having you today. You dropped a lot of game on them. I appreciate that, and I know they will
For
too.
sure.
So I will be sending you the link for the interview as well, so you can do what you choose to do with it. I always love to have that.
Okay.
Have give that
Yeah, for
opportunity
sure. I'm
as
gonna
well.
put it on my I just built up a new YouTube with the Waukesha shit, so I'm gonna put it on there
There you
for
go.
sure.
All right. All right, and make sure you send that music. Anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
All right. Y'all
All
follow
right.
me at Noski Music on Instagram, Noski Music One on Twitter, and then Noski Bad News on YouTube. Y'all tap in, man.
Yes, do that. All right, y'all. All right. It's always a little time to be fancy, and that's me. All right. Y'all keep it locked for the next every fancy thing, artist interviews, and more. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you fuck with the music because that's what's the most important thing. And like you said, the Cali
Yeah,
love, y'all.
for sure.
I stand on that one. Okay. All right.
Cali Love for sure. All right.
All right. Take it.